I honestly believe that Parliament is deliberate about excluding citizens or keeping citizens being very much at a distance in this process.
South Africans have a chance to contribute to the review of the Constitution. But the question is, was enough done to inform them of their rights to allow them to partake in the process? Some activists have raised concern that Parliament has failed to formulate and roll out a plan to ensure that people make submissions on the review of the Constitution by no later than the 31st of May. Former MP and founder of Accountability Cause, Anele Mda, accuses Parliament of undermining participatory democracy by denying South Africans a chance to make their voices heard on possible constitutional amendments. Mda further argues that Parliament has failed South Africans by not reaching out to as many people as possible like it normally does before elections. She also mentioned some of the constitutional amendments that they will be hoping for.
We are speaking about the fundamental need for us to review the granting of citizenship of South Africa to any person. Right now, we've got an acting CFO at the South African National Defence Force who is a naturalized South African, originally from Zimbabwe, who landed in the shores of South Africa in 1991, but in 1999 was already granted citizenship. How cheap is the citizenship of South Africa? And why are we not able to jealously put criteria and formidable tight security measures that will ensure that our citizenship remains a precious and a very important aspect that goes with both our national identity, our common shared ancestry as South Africans, which must not be interchangeably given to anyone and everyone for other issues except that of serving our country.
Mda is calling for Parliament to at least extend the deadline by a month and use Youth Month to encourage participation, especially amongst young people.
We've made a request to Parliament that can they extend this deadline of the 31st at least to the 30th of June so that it covers a ground that South Africans have not yet been reached subsequently, I mean in a substantial aspect. And we believe that as the Parliament of the people, they will take the time to listen to us.
Co-chairperson of the Constitutional Review Committee, Patrick Sibande, has dismissed claims that people don't know about the submissions on the constitutional review. He argues that it happens annually and added that so far they have received more submissions than before.
At the present juncture, we have already received more than 200 submissions, of which we were very much happy because we were informed that it is for the first time in its nature to receive so many submissions in this period. No matter the process of submission is still on, we are still waiting for other people who wanted to submit.
But on the ground, some young people say they didn't know about the process.
I'm not aware of any changes regarding the Constitution of South Africa or the review of it.
I think it should be reviewed, but I've never had anything regarding to that.
As a South African, I think the Constitution should be reviewed so that most South Africans can have a voice on the Constitution.
But also I haven't really heard anything about it so far.
Several political parties, including COPE, have also urged South Africans to take part in defending and strengthening constitutional democracy by participating in the 2025 annual constitutional review process. Ntlantla, Kgatlhane, SABC News, Johannesburg.